Hi, I'm Kathy DiLorenzo with mylegal.com, and we're here in Cleveland, Ohio with Dave Tackla of Tackla and Associates. And Dave is one of the original founders of Table 8, a national court reporting network. David, tell us about Table 8 and how did it get its name?
Table 8 was the genesis of about 8 different court reporting agencies. We would sit together that once a year. Every time we would go to a conference, we'd seem to gravitate toward each other. And the year I believe that you were the president, we sat at Table 8, and we were the kids that you would probably separate at school because we were having so much fun. And I think it was you or somebody said, hey, can you guys keep it down over there at Table 8? You're having too much fun.
I remember it.
Yes. Well, every time we get together, we laugh and have a good time. And on a personal basis, we can't wait for that once a year firm owners conference. So that's how Table 8 started, because we figured, what a name. We were the ones that were always in trouble anyways, might as well use it for something good.
So you still sit together at the conferences you go to today?
Every time we are at a conference, I call them the 8 families, and Dad.
Can you tell us who they are, the 8 families?
I'd probably have to kill you if I told you, but I will anyways.
Okay.
From east to west, we have on the East Coast, there's Frank Dunn in Boston. There's Bobby Barrett in Orange down in Florida. There's Julie Zanaris in Philly. There's us, Dad, I, and George, in Cleveland and all parts of Ohio. There is down in Vegas, there's Moniece and Linda. There's Rachel Torres down in Louisiana. She's a sweetheart. And we have Jerry Kusar out in California. I hope I didn't forget anybody because they'll really be pissed at me. But I think that's the 8 families that all would sit together, that all will get together, and I call them on a weekly basis to see what's going on with them. Yeah, oh yeah. To see how the Table 8's working out, how the network's working out, how the clients are being serviced, new toys, any new toys, I'm on the phone with them.
Tell me about, what are your short and long-term goals for the group? Short term first.
Short term is to have coverage in all 50 states. We already have Europe. Met a nice Italian woman, Cinzia. She covers Europe for us, and Simon. We have a firm up in Canada. The goal is to have every major state, not majors, all states, major cities, by hopefully next year.
So you may have more than one, say in California,
Oh yeah.
Florida.
Well, most the firms, the eight families, they have the option of handling states or cities. Okay, like I don't want to truck down to Cincinnati all the time. If I have to, if it's a good enough job, I will. But I'm going to find somebody probably down Cincinnati, Kentucky way.
So as a member of Table 8, then you can refer to somebody within your own state.
Absolutely right.
Okay, very good.
Or I met a woman up in Sandusky area, and hopefully, maybe do something with her toward the other side of the state, because we can't always get up to Toledo.
Sure.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. If it's a good enough job, we'll go anywhere. But at least now I know my client calls. I know that when I get on the horn and I talk to these people and I tell them I want your best reporter, my client is going to be serviced the way I would service them, like family here.
Well, that leads to my next question. What types of firms would like to get involved with Table 8, and who do you want as one of the founders of Table 8?
They have to be a little bit off center. Okay, most of the people in the group are a little bit on the nuts side. And they're a lot of fun. I don't want, I want people who are customer service oriented like the old days. I get tired of the big, all that big, and I call and I get this department, this department, this department, this department. I can call up any one of these owners and talk to them and get something done, because I want the guys who are making the decisions.
The relationship.
The relationship.
Yeah.
That's what we're into, because I'll get a call from the secretary and they go, Dave, I need you to set up something. Well, I just called some guy who's not in our network, and I didn't like the terms and conditions. So I'm gonna go find somebody else, because all the network people I can count on to take care of people.
Very good. There are a lot of networking groups out there. You have the large national firms who have their own offices in different states and different cities that refer to one another. You have a lot of different other firms referring to other firms and official court reporting firms that are part of groups, official groups. What's the difference? What makes Table 8 different from the others, or are they just like the others?
I think with our group, because the people are a little bit like, Frank is out of his mind, okay? The people are a lot of fun. I think that there's that personal service. I got on the phone, I called Julie. I know Julie's going to send somebody who's fantastic, who's going to take care of my client. When you get a big firm, they're going to send a reporter. I want them to send someone who's going to treat my guy when he's there and they say they love him. I was in a job this weekend and I heard about one of the big firms, and you know what all they talked about was the gifts they got. That's all they talked about. They never once said how great the reporter was, the relationship they had. I know when they come here, we take care of them. I mean, we feed them to death. It's like you're at our house, okay? You're like family. When you walk through the door, it's not just business. And that's how I want to separate us in that. And plus the fact of technology. We are constantly on the phone. If somebody gets something new, we're on the phone talking about it to see if we can use it someplace else. I'm talking to Queenie, I'm talking to people all over the country constantly, going green with the monitors and whatnot. As soon as I did it for my client and they liked it, I was on the horn telling everybody, hey guys, you got to try this in your market. It might be something that might help to generate work and keep work in the court reporting firm as opposed to letting it go out.
So you not only have technology requirements for a firm who joins Table 8, but also you keep up with the technology as it goes forward.
Right.
And you talk amongst
and
yourselves.
we're always talking. I talked to Laura from Apino and Biggs. We were on the phone just talking technology, what they were doing different, what we were doing. I am on the phone probably. I got almost most of the members in my cell phone. And if I'm going to a job, we'll be talking and seeing what's going on. How's Table 8 been doing? Have you been getting jobs? Have you had any problems? Have you solved the problems? There are no rules in Table 8. That's the beauty of it too. You join, it doesn't cost you to join anything. So you're not putting out money and not getting jobs. So the only requirement is I give you a job, you take care of it, you give me a job, I take care of it, we take care of the bills together, I pay you within 30 days, so you're getting paid, which is a lovely thing.
Okay, so last question. How do people get in touch with you if they want to be considered for a position with Table 8?
It seems like we meet them at the Firm Owners Conference.
So they should find you at the next NCRA Firm Owners.
Well, it seems like, and it's pretty much get the newbies, the new people who, like we were.
Part of another group.
Right.
Okay.
We found out, or at least I did, this group was made because we got into going to firm owners and conferences late in life. This has been like my fifth, maybe fifth. And it became apparent to me that all the networks were already formed. And we couldn't join any of the fraternities or sororities. That we couldn't. They already have coverages in Cleveland. So that was the genesis too. All of us were locked out. We said, well, if you can't join them, we'll make our own.
Start your own. Right.
So,
very good.
we see the newbies and we kind of have them gravitate. We see the deer in the headlights look when they come to their first conference, and we start talking to them and find out that they're in the same boat that we were years ago. Jerry Kusar was a prime example. She came 2 years ago, knew nobody. She started hanging with us. Now she's one of the founding members of Table 8.
And she gets referrals and
all the time.
Refer out. Very
and
good.
Talk to her, and like I was on the phone with Frank yesterday. So it's pretty much social, and it is just good for everybody, I think.
Very good. Well, David, best of luck with Table 8. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Kathy. It's been a pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks for coming here.